In late November, General Ambrose Burnside led the Union Army south towards Richmond. Burnside's plans called for the crossing of the Rappahannock River at Fredericksburg, Virginia. It called for immediate crossing of the river and the seizing of the town and the surrounding heights. Unfortunately, the pontoon bridges that Burnside had counted on did not arrive for 17 days. The 17 days gave Lee's army plenty of time to prepare for an assault. In the meantime, the two armies faced each other, waiting, with just a river separating them. Finally, the bridges arrived. On December 11th, Union forces began shelling the town, whose residents had fled. After setting the town on fire, the Union forces began crossing the river on 6 pontoon bridges. The Union troops crossed under the cover of a massive artillery barrage. The Confederates used snipers to harass the Union advance, but had withdrawn their army to the heights above the town. On the morning of December 13th, Union troops began an assault on the Confederate line. South of the town, 4 divisions under General William Franklin attacked the troops under General Jackson. Well-placed Confederate artillery, however, managed to blunt the Union's assault. The main Union assault, however, was commanded by General Hooker. His goal was the capture of the Marye Heights. Many of Burnside's officers opposed the assault. They claimed it would be impossible to capture it in a frontal assault. They were right. 7 separate Union divisions attempted to scale the Marye Heights. Each assault was halted in its tracks. A Confederate officer, William Million Owens, describes the scene.
The enemy, having deployed, now showed himself above the crest of the ridge and advanced in columns of brigades, and at once our guns began their deadly work with shell and solid shot. How beautifully they came on! Their bright bayonets glistening in the sunlight made the line look like a huge serpent of blue and steel. The very force of their onset leveled the broad fences bounding the small fields and gardens that interspersed the plain. We could see our shells bursting in their ranks, making the great gaps, but on they came, as though they would go straight through and over us. Now we gave them canister, and that staggered them. A few more paces onward, and the Georgians in the road below us rose up, and glancing an instant along their rifle barrels, let loose a storm of lead into the faces of the advanced brigade. This was too much. The column hesitated, and then, turning, took refuge behind the bank. But another line appeared from behind the crest and advanced gallantly, and again we opened our guns upon them, and through the smoke we could discern the red breeches of the Zouaves, and hammered away at them especially. But this advance, like the preceding one, although passing the point reached by the first column, and doing and daring all that brave men could do, recoiled under our canister and the bullets of the infantry in the road, and fell back in great confusion.
Thousands of Union men were trapped in the fields leading to the heights. All night the dying lay untended on the battlefield. With staggering Union casualties, General Burnside ordered a general withdrawal back across the river. Union casualties totaled 12,653, while Confederate casualties stood at 5,377.